Four in Your Corner is continuing to investigate the dark water plaguing our local beaches. And tonight we're hearing from your representative, Trey Radel, and what he's doing to fix the problem. Four in Your Corner Julian Glover is following this environmental report.
It's summertime, and of course we're known for having some of the best beaches in the world here in Southwest Florida. But lately, tourists aren't finding the crystal clear water and clean sandy beaches they're expecting.
We came down to Fort Myers because we expected clearer water. We didn't get it this time.
Instead, they're finding dark, murky water inching onto our local beaches, driving tourists away, posing a threat to our local economy. The problem, thanks to heavy summer rains, fresh water from Lake Okeechobee is being dumped into the Gulf of Mexico to prevent flooding. But there's a solution on the table that's been in the making for more than 15 years. The land needed to build a series of reservoirs is already purchased, but funding from Congress is needed to turn this plan into reality. So what's the holdup? We took that question right to our Congressman, Trey Radel.
What will hopefully be done by the end of this year is this project, which is part of what's called WRDA.
WRDA is short for the Water Resources Development Act, an important piece of legislation that oversees key environmental and water projects, like the Water Reservoir Project needed here in Southwest Florida. But the problem is, WRDA is highly controversial. It's been almost 7 years since the last such act was passed, thanks to a divided Congress. But Radel is optimistic that an agreement is close.
I think that we can come to some sort of a consensus, get the proper authorizations and the bills out the door by the end of this year.
But even if the bill is passed when Congress returns to session, local environmentalists are worried that the plan currently on the books for a reservoir would essentially be a breeding ground for toxic algae because the project lacks a filtration system. Radel says he understands their concerns, but his first priority is getting initial legislation that would allow for the reservoir to be built passed.
Look, I'm open to all of these ideas. Right now, I'm dealing with the components that we have in Congress, which is the basin, the C-43.
Julian Glover, Fox 4 in your corner.
Congress is expected to return from summer recess in early September. It's also worth pointing out that the Senate has already passed its version of the WRDA bill earlier this year.